Hello everyone, Mark here, Mark's Max Muscle, and we have a bit of a special feature today for you guys. This is in relation to the Mr. Olympia event, the 2021. It's going to be a heck of a show, I gotta say, and I personally am quite excited. Now, what are we going to do today? We're not going to do a prediction list, we're not doing a top 10, although there is 10 gentlemen in question. What we're going to do is take all the pro show winners, all the guys that have qualified by winning a pro show in the past year to qualify for this Olympia. We're going to take all them guys and we're going to rank them from 10th to 1st. And we're not going to be doing all these comparisons like I usually do. This is basically, a comparison channel, but we're trying to veer away from that for this video and just do a ranking. So, food for thought. This is your qualifiers list. So this does include other gentlemen. And for those of you who don't know how they get to the Olympia, which is possible, hey, it's possible, new fans to the sport, one way is to win a pro show. And you can see all the pro show name winners there. And another way is the point system. Now you can see on the bottom of the sheet, there's Mohamed Shaban, Hassan Mustafa, Vladislav Sukhgoruchko. All those guys place high consistently in the pro shows. They don't win, but if you place high, you get a point, and you get more points. So obviously they pick a certain amount of gentlemen to enter the Olympia, and that's the top point winners that join the pro show winners. And how else do you get there? Because we can see other names such as Mamdouel Baye, Brendan Curry, Phil Heath, Hattie Shupin, William Bonac. All those guys placed in the top 5 last year. And if you place in the top 5 at the Olympia, you automatically qualify for the next year's Olympia. But there is another way too, guys. There's, in the case of Big Rammy here, Brandon Curry, Phil Heath. If you win an Olympia, now this is interesting, if you win an Olympia, you're qualified for life. You don't have to qualify anymore. But anyway, guys, just a quick little piece of information, and this video may go on a little bit longer than the usual, but it's more of an information piece, so grab yourself a protein shake if you have not already, and sit back in your most comfortable chair that you can find. What we're going to do first is list these gentlemen in order when they qualified. And this was the first guy to qualify, James Hollingshead. He won the British Grand Prix. And this was before the 2020 Olympia. But it was because of the Olympia being delayed that it was really a qualifier for the 2021. And James already qualified right before that at the Europa Pro. And it was a little bit confusing because he elected not to compete at the 2020. You can see what I'm saying, guys. It was a little confusing situation. So Hollingshead was the first guy, and the next guy to qualify, this dude here, Regan Grimes, he qualified by winning the Romania Muscle Fest. And that was confusing as well because this event was before the 2020 Olympia. And Regan was qualified for the 2020. And it was not by winning a pro show. I believe it was from points or the Europa Pro. The top 4 even got qualified for the Olympia, something of that nature. Not exactly sure, but either way, guys, he is qualified. Here is your next gentleman, and this guy is very impressive. Justin Rodriguez. And he won the Indy Pro. Then he competed at the next event, which was won by this gentleman here. And that kind of took away from the allure, the power, I guess, that Justin Rodriguez had going into the Olympia because he lost to this man, the Nick Walker, the Juggernaut, the Beast, the Mutate. He's a Hostetler. He's a Hostetler stud. And every one of the gentlemen at the Olympia are going to have to deal with him and contend with him. The next pro show was the California Pro, and it was Patrick Moore to win that one. And obviously, it was not a stacked lineup like the New York Pro. I mean, wow. From the New York to the California Pro, not even a comparison. But hey, Patrick Moore won that event. No excuses. He is your California Pro champion. He's on his way to the Olympia. Next show was the Puerto Rico Pro. and it was Akim Williams. Now, this guy is a stud. He is a stud. You hear what I'm saying? The next show was the Portugal Pro, not to be confused with the Puerto Rico Pro. Portugal Pro was also known as the O Henry? No, Mr. Big. The Mr. Big Invitational. Andre Presti. You get the little joke there? You guys get that? Anyway, for those of you not familiar with candy bars, I can see that. It was going to be an extra large candy bar. Anyway, Andre Presti, very impressive athlete, guys. Don't overlook him. The Chicago was next, the Chicago Pro, and it was Hunter Labrada with a very fantastic win. Hey, he defeated some top men in that event. And the same could be said about this gentleman, Ian Valliere. He won the Texas Pro, earning his way to the 2021 Olympia, although just 1 week prior he won the Tampa Pro. 2 pro shows in a row, guys. This gentleman, inside, he must be on fire heading into the Olympia, looking for a top 5 placing maybe? Who knows? And this is your final gentleman to win a pro show and to earn his way to the Olympia. And like I said, there's the Arnold's Classics, but let's face it, the winner of that show will have already qualified. Come on now. This is big Nathan Diasha, and I could not be any happier that he won the Europa Pro. I predicted him in second. I predicted Rolly to win, but that does not mean that I didn't want him to win. Hey, I like him, I like Rolly, I like all these guys, but I do like Nathan Diasha, and I like his chances, to tell you the truth. So that is all the gentlemen that won their pro shows. So, let's rank them, guys. Let's rank them. And this is unfortunate, but you gotta place somebody in 10th. And Regan Grimes is the poor gentleman in question. If I'm not mistaken, this is a pretty recent photo. And just because I love you guys, I spent the little extra time, and I got some recent pictures from these dudes. Well, for the most part, anyway, and not much of a pose for Regan, just a standing relaxed. At number 9, Andre Presti. This gentleman could turn some heads, and this was a picture right after the Mr. Big Invitational. Now, this is a recent photo, I believe 8 weeks away? How far away from the Olympia? 8 weeks? Anyway. This is him in this condition. You gotta watch out for this guy. He looks peeled as is. So add some more peel to this, and he could break some hearts. But I have him in 9th. In 8th place, Patrick Moore. Hey, I'm sure the guy would be upset to be ranked this low, but still, hey, he could have placed 9th, 10th, but I'm putting him in 8th. He has a fantastic physique. He has a great physique. He's not the most muscular man in the world. He's not the most conditioned man in the world, but he usually is the most aesthetically pleasing and somewhat, maybe the most complete as well. Not a whole lot of weak poses on this man. Very complete. I like Patrick Moore, and I like his chances at the Olympia. At number 7, Justin Rodriguez. I got him just slightly ahead of Patrick. I could see them two vying for a similar position. So it is going to be an exciting event, guys. All of these pro show winners colliding. At number 6, and this is going to get me some controversy, and I can see you guys hitting the thumbs down. I didn't even mention his name yet. You guys just see the picture, and you're going to hit a thumbs down? Hunter Labrada, I have him way down in 6th. Personally, I would like to see him place higher, but this is just how it is. It's a ranking system. I just think I was impressed with him at the Olympia, but I'm more impressed with him at the smaller shows. Anyway, guys, his recent photos would maybe put him higher. He looks pretty darn good on these Instagram posts. At number 5, Ian Valliere. Now, I had him placed before Hunter, and I was thinking, Ian he pretty much mopped the floor with him last year's Olympia. With all due respect, I mean, the last time Hunter got a victory over Ian was the Tampa, way back, 2020 Tampa. And Ian, like I said, he won the last match between the two. He's come off 2 hot victories, guys. Even if you don't like his physique, I see a lot of comments, negative. And you're going to get negative comments, a guy winning that many shows. And that's, if you're not getting controversy, means you're not winning shows. Means you're not winning shows. And Ian is winning shows. 2 in a row, I might add. Number 4, James Hollingshead. And he covered up his head in this recent physique update, and he said he was depleted here, so I guess he'll probably post a different physique update picture, one that's more flattering. And he's an X Factor. He is a complete X Factor. He competed a long time ago, and he was not that impressive, but he came back last year. He won a couple of shows in a row, and, nobody was really close to him. He's very dominant bodybuilder and hasn't really been stacked up against the best of the best. So that's why I'm calling him an X Factor. This will be his debut at the Olympia. The debut. And that's a pretty high ranking to have him ahead of Hunter and Ian and all the other guys. But that's where I see it. At number 3, your most recent pro show winner, Big Nathan Diasha. One of my favorite current competitors. I'm so excited to see him back. And not only back, but winning pro shows. And this is a high ranking. I mean, I have him ahead of Hunter, Ian, James Hollingshead, and all the other guys too. Justin Rodriguez, no slouch. Patrick Moore, he's there. All great athletes. At number 2, Nick Walker. And this will be a shock to a lot of you Nick Walker supporters. You guys see him as the dominant juggernaut beast that he is. There's only one other guy. Hey, you guys notice in the background there is a roll of toilet paper. Let's have a little zoom in on that toilet paper. Oh my goodness. Boom. You're dead. Somebody is after Nick Walker. I hope he sees that. They probably have some sort of a bomb or something placed in the toilet. Either way, all jokes aside, high hopes for Nick Walker and his Olympia placing. Hey, he's going in there to win this show, guys. He is going in there to win the Olympia on his debut. And ranked number 1, in my opinion, is this dude, Big Akim. Akim Williams. He is a dream crusher for sure. He's big. He's conditioned. The guy's a house. The guy's going to be very difficult to defeat. And on my list, in my opinion, I really only see a couple of guys being able to defeat him. Maybe Hollingshead, with his structure, he might be able to stand up against Akeem. It'll be the X Factor with James Hollingshead. But as far as defeating Akeem, Nathan may have his number. Nathan may. But it's very hard to say other than Nick Walker. And Nick Walker, a definite threat to place ahead of all of these pro show winners. Anyway, guys, just a little bit of a different video. I hope you guys had your shakes. Plenty of water. Come on, guys. Come on. Hit thumbs up on the video if you did enjoy it. And I will reflect on that, how many thumbs up it gets, whether I do or, don't continue on doing videos such of this nature. Things of that nature. I think that was the first things of that nature in the video. Have a great day, guys.